Hello, BookTube. You know, I realize that some days are better than others. I'm aware of that. I'm an adult. But sometimes the mail does not come through on a mail day. And when you are a parasitical creature attached to the underbelly of the mail system, that can be rotten. Today, this is the mail. This is our book haul. Do you think this is a 1,000-page biography of Erasmus? With a nice detail from the Holbein portrait on the cover and lots of notes in the back? I don't. Is this a new narrative one-volume history of the First World War? 1,000 pages? Lots of pictures? No. Nope. Let's give it a try. Let's see what it is. Since it's all we're going to deal with today, the only respite that I get from mopping up puppy pee and writing pieces for Deadline, this is it. Let's see what it is. Maybe it'll be good. And you know, there are plenty of people who don't get books in the mail, even one. I hear my sainted Ma's voice in my head whenever I'm tempted to complain about something that's actually a nice fringe benefit. You could be working sheet metal, you know. Okay, fine. Let's see what we have here. It's a girl book. Girls burn brighter. Women, girls. Take a fraction of a second to see whether or not this is about young female humans under the age of 15. Growing up in a small Indian village where everyone is hoping for a son, Purnima and Savita have 3 strikes against them from the very start. They are poor, they are driven, they are girls. This book follows these 2 girls as they are pulled apart by circumstances and desperately try to reunite. This is an urgent debut novel. Purnima first met Savita when her mother died, when their father hired the girl to work on one of their sari looms. She's even more impoverished than Purnima, but she is full of passion and energy, finding beauty in a bolt of indigo cloth, a bowl of yogurt rice and bananas, the warmth of friendship. Suddenly their Indian village doesn't feel quite so claustrophobic, and Purnima begins to imagine a life beyond the marriage her father is trying to arrange for her. She begins to hope again. When a devastating act of cruelty drives Savita away, Purnima leaves behind everything she has ever known to find her friend again. Her journey takes her into the darkest corners of India's underworld, on a harrowing cross-continental journey, and eventually to an apartment complex in Seattle. That does not sound like the adventures of a girl. That sounds like the adventures of a young woman. And it is, of course, going to be the adventures of a young woman. It's just that the entire publishing industry in the whole world, in the English language speaking world and everywhere else, has now cravenly jumped on this one bandwagon. The girls. Who? Girls who? Girls when they. Just the girls. It's nauseating. Absolutely nauseating. It's as if the bandwagon were a single word. Blue, for instance. Anyway, this comes out in March 2018. I, of course, will not be reading it or reviewing it because it has the word girl in the title. But I have a bunch of people I know who might want to read it and review it as freelance reviewers, and it's a debut novel. It's set in India. That's rich material for a review. It won't be me, but I could easily imagine sending this to somebody who might review it, and that's a big part of what I do. Let's see here. So the author is Shobha Rao, and Shobha Rao burst into the literary scene in 2016 with her Rich and Intelligent, according to the San Francisco Chronicle, short story collection, and Unrestored Woman. Oh, I remember that story collection. She is the winner of the Catherine Ann Porter Prize in Fiction, and her story, Kavita and Mustafa, was chosen by T.C. Boyle for inclusion in Best American Short Stories 2015. Good for her. Wow. That's big. Good for her. She moved to the United States from India at the age of 7 and currently lives in San Francisco. Okay. All right. Great for her. Absolutely. I don't know. That earlier rant notwithstanding, I'm getting a really good vibe from this book. I'm getting it. And it's 2018. And maybe technically in 2018 I can change my